Yeah, nice game. Obviously, we get the news before the game that KJ is out and little forearm deal. He went through shoot around, and then we do a workout prior to, and had some inflammation and soreness, and so just got that young man's best interest. Um, so it was nice to see Ben get going. It was nice to. I thought we really guarded. The insertion of Will in the lineup gave us a lot of size on the perimeter with he and Trey, and then Bam does what Bam does. But it's Tomislav was huge tonight. His defensive presence in the paint, his talk, his communication was huge. To hold that team, I don't know, 20 points and a half or whatever it was. They're averaging 88. Was exceptional. That allowed us to get stops and get out and run. And I thought Bam did an incredible job of pushing the pace. We found Ben a few times. We had some good looks that we missed. But I thought Tomislav and Perez in short rolls were really effective tonight, spraying and being very effective in their decision making. The rebounding helped too. I thought we did a nice job on the glass.
Brad, I mean, I know you talked about this, but defensively, how has this team come together in the last couple months, and is it even better than you thought?
It's chemistry. You guys have been around me long enough to know that it's that end takes a while. This group has been able to expedite that process, I think, a little more than maybe some other of our teams because they're great communicators. They talk. There's some pretty smart guys out there in terms of basketball IQ and feel. I'll have to look at the film. I don't know if we blew any switches tonight, which is always nice. It's our goal. And then I thought we did a good job of contesting shots, but that comes with our size and our length. Yeah, it's just every day working at it and having a plan. If you come watch our practices, which I'll never let you, they're very boring because it's a lot of the same things over and over. It's just repetition in our foundation. So, but they're all getting there. They're all getting there.
Right, is that something that could linger for a couple of days, or do you think this was maybe a?
No idea. I haven't talked to the doctors yet. It's something that has limited him. In the 2 days prior, coming back from the Washington trip, and so it's we'll see. We got him. If we don't, we don't. You know how I am. Next man up.
Brad, what was the adjustment without him as far as this is a disruptive defense that he's a primary ball handler? How'd you guys handle that, you feel like?
Well, I think pretty good. Other than the start of the second half, but that's the one thing about our team. I mean, even Tommy really can handle. But we have multiple handlers. We inserted Will based really on defense, his length guarding Hicks. But Will plays the point every day for us. He runs with the second group and plays the point every single day, so he knows everything from that position. Draven's got exceptional speed. He's played it a lot. So it's something I really don't get overly concerned with in terms of the handling. I was a little concerned about, the spacing and the ability to go make plays after, but Tommy and those guys did a pretty good job of that.
And Mike Rose talked about how, you did defensively what you want to do: limit threes, force tough twos. What did you see it from your team maybe executing that game plan that you want?
Well, we were very dialed in and trying to take Hicks away, and we knew that shoot, I can't see what's his name, 23, Kern, was not a shooter. He's a guy that kind of facilitates and drives. We put Ben on him. Ben did a good job of, kind of mucking things up. And then They're a team that's really hard to guard because everybody on their team sets ball screens. They're number one in the country in the most ball screens set. And I thought we handled the switches and our pressure was good there. And then I thought those two guys did a good job of just mucking things up on their non-shooters.
Brad, how did you feel about Trey White? I thought he did a really good job. Personally, just didn't just kind of like keeping the ball in the ball with his hands in the first half.
Me too. Trey just found 20 again, and you realize that we didn't really run a play to him, and it's just a gift. He gets them in a little bit of every facet. Defensively, I keep pushing him because I think that can be an unbelievable calling card for him is to be one of the best defenders in college basketball. You put that side by side with Kylan, and he's got such good size and he's so springy. He's really quick. It's where Will's improved greatly. I mean, Will's defense when he got here was all you guys watch play AU was not good. Now he's become that guy that's got length and can contest, and so he was easy to insert in the starting lineup. So I think those three guys together were really, really good, and they all three communicate. So good night.
Brad Perez had a couple one dribble moves, and it just looked like he had a complete game. What would you see from him, and how's he developed with his offensive arsenal, I guess, since he's been here?
Yeah, the beauty of Perez is we've kept things very simple with him, and he's fine with that. He is unbelievable at just wanting to be great. And to be great, sometimes you have to really simplify and do what you do well. And we've done that. I mean, he's bouncy. He's a monster around the rim, and I mean, just bounces up and dunks the balls with ease, and playing in ball screens. But he does have that. He's got that ability to short roll, take one or two dribbles and go make plays. He's got a really nice handle. So he hasn't had to do that, but it's not something that's not in his bag, so to speak. And tonight he got to show that, and we all know Tommy can do that, but it's really nice to see him show that.
Brad, you talked to us yesterday about putting your foot through the floorboard, maybe just making wins bigger wins. How did that look today? And how
Better. That's all we talked about at half. Really, it wasn't anything X's and O Y's, other than that they might play a little bit of zone. But that's a mindset, and that's something that the first question I asked at halftime was, I said, Ty, what have we always done in these situations? And he goes, put the pedal through the floorboard and bury him. And that's the mindset we want them to have. And that's I didn't have to say it, Ty said it. I just asked the question. And it's what we talk about every day in practice. And we've got to get better at that. Tonight we were good.
Brad, you've seen Ben showing a lot more game with his doing some booty ball. You've had him in different situations. Is that just because he's more comfortable?
Yeah. So it's almost identical to the Marcus kind of footprint, really. Marcus was okay first semester, and just about this time of year, early January, just kind of started to blossom, and he's very good at that, especially with smaller guys on him. He can bounce. He's got a nice little fadeaway jump shot that he can get to, which Marcus had. But you start adding that to his ability to stretch the floor, and I mean, a couple of those threes were pretty deep. So you start getting that together, and now we're starting to see the comfort that he has. And he turned down a wide open three to drive one. I about wanted to strangle him. He's got to shoot the basketball, but yeah, he's getting comfortable.
Coach Dre seems to really have kind of come into his own and found the spacing in order to find room on the floor and stretch the defense. Can you kind of talk about how his vision has and how he's found those opportunities to just make more chances for his teammates? Yeah,
Draven gives us an incredible burst. And I mean, he's so athletic and he's so fast. Draven's is an elite finisher. Now, he missed a little spin layup today that I thought he should have dunked, but he's an elite finisher, and he got good looks tonight. But his pace and his speed and his burst is something we don't have. It's unmatched by anybody else on our team. So there's no doubt he's got that defensively, and thought he was terrific on that end as well tonight.
What did maybe Kylan provide, especially in the first half, of just maybe directing traffic and running the offense?
Poise, and patience. And it's nice when you got two of them, and KJ and him that can do that, and control a game from that standpoint. But got a little uncomfortable when he picked up one really early. But he's smart, he's cerebral, he knew exactly what we were trying to do. We literally ran 2 plays, I think, tonight. We didn't have to run much, and he just makes the right reads. And thought he was sensational.
We're at 15 rebounds for Ben the last couple games. What's gotten into him on that?
I think it's just comfort. I think it's I've talked to him a lot about not just blocking out, because he's so assignment sound. That's why he kept playing. He's just been so assignment sound. It's incredible. I mean, our defense is what it is, mostly because of the job he does. He doesn't blow assignments. He's a great problem solver. But don't just be satisfied with blocking out. Go get the damn ball. And I think that's another level that now he's seeing he can do it, and he's handling the physicality of it, and he's understanding. He's got long arms. He can he's got some bounce, and that's a welcome sight. To add to what I think is a pretty decent rebounding team anyway. But for him to be able to pull those numbers is good.
Seems like through the season, KJ's maybe really been the guy that sort of dictated pace for this team. Just did things pick up a little bit tempo-wise, or?
We play pretty fast. I think we're pretty fast anyway. I think it's pace is misleading because you can really run, but to me, it's about how, if you don't get the initial hit or the layup in your primary break, then it's about how fast you get into action. I mean, we're way faster than we were last year. I mean, we're 2 or 3 seconds faster than we were last year getting into action. And do we have Terrence Shannon? We don't. So we're not going to get that one dribble outlet full court speed guy. We're not getting that. But as a collective group, getting into our actions, we're really fast, and we're doing that with both ways. But so I'm pretty pleased with that part of it.
Coach, Ben shot 9 threes in the first half, 0 in the second. You guys seemed to work more inside in the second half. Was that a purposeful switch or just kind of how the game went?
No, that was Ben picking up a really dumb second foul at the end of the half on an offensive rebound attempt he had no chance to get, and then getting a third one really quick because the object was to keep getting him shots. And that's why I told him, I said, you can't pick that foul up. He knows better, and he knew it. And but that stunts an incredible night because it stopped. But the rest of our guys still got good looks.
You guys had that run at Oregon, and then obviously the first half tonight. I'm trying to remember maybe some of your teams here. Do you remember having a lot of that spurt ability, like you guys were able to rattle off a 20 whatever run or 30 as it was tonight?
And I'm getting old. I don't know. Warren, did we have any of those? I mean, I'm sure we did, but not like this. We didn't shoot as many threes. Obviously, we had Kofi. We were different. I think we had some pace and opportunities with Io Trent and Andres Feliz, but it can come at all 5 spots, and that's the thing that is different about this group. Is we got 5 guys who can shoot it, we got 5 guys who can pass it, and 5 guys who can run. So maybe not. Thank you.